She killed her, stole her name, collected her checks for years, and no one even noticed. For 16 years, a ghost lived among us, filing taxes, cashing benefits, smiling in family photos that weren't hers. The woman buried in the fire was never supposed to be found, her life erased, her voice silenced, so another could wear her identity like a mask. But secrets don't stay buried forever, and in 2024, the truth clawed its way out of the ashes. This is the story of Kimberly Maria Drummond, and the woman who pretended to be her, a tale of greed, betrayal, and a lie so perfect it almost worked. Some people say evil wears a mask. Others, they believe it walks in plain sight, smiles, cooks dinner, picks up the kids. In the small town of Saginaw, Michigan, 2023 was just another year. Quiet streets, friendly neighbors, a place where everyone knew your name. But beneath that calm surface, something sinister was already in motion. Kimberly Maria Drummond, 59, was known as kind, dependable, a mother, a friend, a sister. To most, she was just another hard-working woman trying to get by. What they didn't know was that Kimberly hadn't been seen in years. Not really. Her sister, 62-year-old Rochelle Drummond, had kept up appearances. "Kim's doing fine," she'd say. "Oh, she just likes her privacy," she'd assure. But there were no birthday parties, no family reunions, not even a single selfie. And yet, Kimberly's name was alive, on tax returns, health forms, and government checks. The lie was perfectly crafted, and it might have lasted forever, if not for the flames. In March 2024, the fire at Rochelle's duplex revealed something no one was prepared for. A charred human body, hidden under the rubble, with a bullet in the skull. And just like that, the mask began to slip. March 8, 2024. Saginaw firefighters respond to a blaze tearing through a quiet duplex on the 200 block of South 11th Street. At first, it seemed like a routine call. Another electrical fire, maybe a kitchen accident, but what they found was anything but routine. Inside the charred remains of the home, beneath layers of soot and crumbling drywall, they found it. A human body, burned almost beyond recognition. No ID, no signs of struggle, just silence, until the autopsy. A single bullet wound, clean through the skull, execution style. This was no accident, this was murder, and who was the victim? No one came forward, no one claimed the body. Rochelle, the woman who lived there, was conveniently out that day. She claimed she had no idea a body was even inside. But then, the DNA results came back. The body belonged to Kimberly Drummond, her sister, the same Kimberly Rochelle claimed was doing fine. The same Kimberly whose identity Rochelle had been using for years, stealing benefits, posing as Kimberly to file taxes, renewing her driver's license. All while Kimberly was rotting beneath the floorboards of her own home. She lived with the body, slept above it, ate dinner, watched TV, laughed, while the skeleton of her sister decayed just feet away. And that, detectives would soon learn, was only the beginning of what Rochelle Drummond had done. They don't just reopen cold cases, they revive buried nightmares. In 2023, nearly 16 years after a woman's body was found charred and motionless in a burning bag, investigators dared to ask, who were you? And who could have done this? The answer came from science, forensic genealogy. They took a piece of that burned body, so unknowable, so faceless, and matched DNA to the living. The victim had a name again, Nicole Alston, 24, from Manhattan. She'd vanished shortly after Thanksgiving 2007. A name brings family, finally. Alston's mother Sylvia had waited all those years. She spoke in public, tearful and broken. She was the life of the party. Her smile could light a night, Sylvia remembered. I wish I had never let her come to Georgia. But DNA was only the beginning. Detectives traced her last known trail. She'd left New York to flee with her girlfriend, Angel Marie Thompson. But Alston never made it home. Thompson vanished, just like Alston. Then, 2024 brought a breakthrough. Thompson was arrested. Not for murder, but for concealing a body. Soon, investigations revealed the most calculated betrayal. She had been living as Nicole Alston, filing taxes, collecting SSI benefits, renting homes. For more than 8 years, she banked over $200,000 in Alston's name, completely undetected. The motive? A twisted masterpiece of abuse and greed. Nicole had been planning to return to New York, but Thompson, trapped by her own criminal history and warrants, couldn't risk losing her cash cow. So she snapped the life from the only person who offered a way out. Thompson upgraded Alston's driver's license with her own picture. She opened bank accounts. She replaced email credentials, all of it under the victim's name, while Alston's body lay in a bag by the roadside. Then came the chilling words from law enforcement. It took a true sociopath to do what happened here. They soon added human trafficking charges, hinting the crime may have begun under a darker cloak of control and manipulation. At the press conference, DA Fonnie Willis said they were going slow, because they had to build the most airtight case in Georgia's recent memory. The suspect remains in custody, jailed without bond, while prosecutors prepare for indictment. This isn't just a case of identity theft, it's the story of a woman who lived someone else's life. In the shadow of a crime so cold, it took years of buried silence before truth burned its way to the surface. In the end, what looked like a textbook case of greed and betrayal became something far more disturbing. There were whispers that maybe this wasn't her first time. That the smiling woman sipping tea at family dinners had already perfected the art of vanishing into another life, a woman who didn't just want a new start. She wanted someone else's entire existence, and maybe, just maybe, she believed the only way to truly erase her past was to bury it 6 feet under. She didn't steal her sister's husband, she became her sister. If this story chilled you to your bones, there are more just like it, each darker than the last. Subscribe to uncover the hidden, the buried, and the unspeakable. And tell us in the comments, would you trade places with someone if it meant getting away with everything? Don't just watch, look closer. Because not every killer leaves a bloody trail. Some just leave a fake smile.